I'm excited and delighted to no end to have my good friend Stephen M.R. Covey, author of The Speed of Trust and Trust and Inspire. The newly released Trust and Inspire book will be out in early 2022. This is such a hot topic, Stephen. Every technology executive is dealing with this, how to hire, retain, recruit, and grow a trusting, high-performing organization and an inspiring organization for high performance. I mean, your research is spot on. Tell us, what's the new book all about and what are you thinking now?
Well, thank you, Hunter. It's great to be with all of you at this summit. And you're exactly right, Hunter. You've just framed some of the issues and challenges. I'm calling these the two epic imperatives of our time. The first is to win this war for talent by building a great culture that attracts, retains, engages, and inspires the best people so that we win in the workplace. And the second is the need to collaborate and innovate so that we can win in the marketplace in a changing world and stay relevant. The world has changed, but our style of leadership has not. It's not kept pace with the changing world. We're still operating too much from the old style of leadership, what I would call command and control. It's just we've become better at it, more sophisticated, more advanced, what I call an enlightened command and control. We need a new way to lead in the new world, and I call it trust and inspire as opposed to command and control. It helps us win that war for talent, win in the workplace, and collaborate and innovate to stay relevant in a changing world, win in the marketplace.
Stephen, we're spot on, you and I, in terms of this point. Winning matters. Why does winning matter more than ever in perhaps the most highly innovative, disrupted, and opportunistic time for companies to accelerate as the whole world truly is being eaten up by software and it's all going digital?
People have choices and options that maybe they didn't have before, like never before. And so why are they going to stay with you? It's because you are building a kind of culture that attracts them. They feel that you're focused on not just trying to manage them, but rather to lead them. They feel trusted. They feel inspired. And the data from Bain & Company shows this, that inspired teammates are 56% more productive than even fully engaged teammates. So there's another level beyond traditional engagement, and that's inspiration. It's where the puck is going, to use the Wayne Gretzky metaphor. It's going towards inspiration. And so in a zero unemployment market, where there's people have so many options, what if you had a great culture that trusted and inspired people and was a magnet to win that war for talent? You can't command and control your way to great collaboration and innovation. You've got to trust and inspire that. You've got to build a kind of culture that helps create that.
We used to say all of our greatest assets walk out the door at the end of every day. Well, now they work from anywhere, right? And have a whole bunch of options. And creativity and innovation really happens through trust and collaboration. And in the Zoom world we live in the digital world we live in, you have some great examples of Satya at Microsoft. They're doing some amazing things as they just passed over $2 trillion market cap in the past year.
Absolutely. You look at what Satya Nadella has done since he came in revitalizing Microsoft so that they are winning in the workplace and winning in the marketplace. He started with a growth mindset of how he saw people in the organization. And then he modeled the behavior. He trusted his people and his teams, and he inspired them by connecting with people and connecting to purpose. And the net effect of it is that they are a great place to work where people are drawn to them again, and they're innovating again, and they're extremely relevant in both of those areas. And like you said, they just hit $2 trillion in market capitalization. And one of only two companies to do that so far. And so they're getting great results, but they built a great culture. And they're a great example, really, of trusting and inspiring. But it's not just them. There's many others in the technology space. Look at what Eric Yuan has done at Zoom. Eric Yuan leads with trust and inspire as his approach. He models, he trusts, and he inspires. And as a result, they build a great team and a great culture. And they attract great people, and they keep them and they inspire them and they perform and produce, but also they can move fast, they're adaptive, they're responsive, they're innovative. But even outside of technology, there's people and companies that are doing this. Take Popeyes, the fast food chicken franchise, where Cheryl Batchelder came in and through her leadership style of trust and inspire, she modeled, she trusted, she inspired, and she unleashed the creativity, the innovation, and ultimately the results of an entire franchise in a completely different space. Fast food. That's the kind of leadership that's needed today. People don't want to be managed. People want to be led. They want to be trusted. They want to be inspired. And there's just a few examples of people that have done it. There's many more.
That's the what. Show us the how. How do you do it?
3 simple premises. First, you model. Second, you trust. And third, you inspire. So modeling is you go first. You model the behavior. You model the values. You model what you're trying to do so that you're the model. And the basic premise is leaders go first. Second, you extend trust abundantly and clearly with expectations and accountability. I call it a smart trust, but you're trusting. You're not just trustworthy. See, the modeling makes you trustworthy. You're trusting as a leader. And by doing that, that unleashes people's potential and creativity and innovation and their passion and their commitment, and they reciprocate the trust back to you. So you trust people and then you inspire people. And that's the whole idea behind this, is that everyone can inspire. It's a learnable skill. Sometimes we equate inspiring people with charisma. And you might say, well, I'm not charismatic. But you know what? You don't have to be charismatic to inspire. You inspire when you connect with people through caring and belonging. And then when you connect people to purpose, to meaning, to contribution, and everyone can learn to do that.
Stephen, we probably all of us conceptually will agree with you. There may be some skeptics, though, however, today in the audience. There may be some people that say, okay, that can work for Microsoft, but guess what? We're in an old world company. The management team, the C-suite, the rest of the line of business, they're not quite at this inspiring trust model. How do you get the whole program rolling? How do you begin to turn the ship, so to speak?
That's where you start with the modeling. And if you can just start with in a small circle of influence, maybe it's just starting with one team, maybe with one leader, and where you try to model this and get it going, where you have a leader that learns how to model the trust and inspire and have their success there, where they get results, but they do it in a way that inspires the trust and helps perpetuate this. And if you can do it with one, then maybe you can do it with another. So it's not a one size fits all. You got to use good judgment. And when I'm not saying you blindly trust anyone and everyone, it's a smart trust, always with clear expectations and accountability. But you know what? This is what's needed today, where people are working from home, working from anywhere. They could go about that and not feel trusted. They might feel like they're just being micromanaged from a distance, in which case their productivity will not be as great and their performance not as great, and their desire to stay with the firm, the company, not as great. There's actually more control in a high trust team and a high trust culture than there is in a rules-based culture, because you can't come up with enough rules for people who you don't trust. And so it's actually a better way to operate in the world. And what will convert the cynics is results. And the results are both the financial and economic performance, but also building the culture that attracts, retains, engages, and inspires the best people, so you win that war for talent, and that you can collaborate and innovate to stay relevant in this changing world. And when you get the financial performance to boot, then suddenly you say, hey, this is a better way to lead. It's a better way to live, and you'll get better results and outcomes. And you know what? It's more fun. People are happier. It's more energizing. You'll have greater well-being. And we're all focused on that today as well.
Great stuff, Stephen. True genius. I can't wait to see the manuscript and the books coming out in April. How can people learn more about your work and possibly reach out and get engaged?
I'd love you to go to just our website, speedoftrust.com. Speedoftrust.com. There we have a variety of assets and tools and videos and things about kind of why this matters and how to do it. And we'll be populating more and more with some Trust and Inspire materials on that too, as this book comes out. But there's a lot of stuff there right now that you can apply immediately to better lead through trust and inspiration. So speedoftrust.com. And you can also reach out to me through that website as well.
Great stuff, Stephen. Thank you so much. You've been such a great partner, friend. I love working with you. Thank you.